This tutorial shows you how to set up online payments so parents can pay fees and invoices online. See our other billing and payments tutorial for how to set up those fees and invoices. Let's go to the Setup Billing and Payments screen. Click here to show fees online to parents and optionally students. If unchecked, parents can see fees and payments only when invoices are mailed or emailed. Click here to accept ACH payments from checkings and savings accounts, and click here to accept credit and debit cards. All online payments involve transaction fees from a third-party merchant processor. You can choose whether your school covers those fees, or if you pass those fees on to parents. There are no monthly fees or mandatory late fees. Since credit cards have higher transaction fees, especially for larger amounts, you can set a limit so any large payments must be done by ACH, which keeps the fees down. Here, it calculates sample fees for you to compare. By default, all transaction fees are paid by the school. You can use convenience fees to pass some of those fees on to the parents. Enter a value here for how to split the fees. Enter $0 here to pass the whole fee to the parents. But note that may be in violation of some complex laws and credit card regulations, so we recommend the school pay the first $2. Convenience fees do not apply to donations. Those are handled differently. Next, you will need to create a merchant account with our merchant processor, Stripe. There are no additional fees for a Stripe account. Once one of these options is selected, click Set up Merchant Account, which will open a one-page application from Stripe. Or, if your school already has a Stripe account, you can follow the prompts to use that. You must be a high-level administrator at your school to set up the merchant account. The application takes about 15 minutes or so and is usually approved in 2 business days. We recommend you start the application as soon as possible. If you have multiple schools, you can use the same Stripe account for all, or different Stripe accounts for each school or group of schools. Next to Schools, click Edit and select which schools will share an account. Here, you can add payment instruction and invoice details, commonly make checks payable to. Depending on the context, it already explains how to pay online. Make sure your invoice dates are set up in advance. If parents choose to use automatic payments, those are charged 3 days after the closing date. The due date is displayed on invoices. Once your online payments are set up, just send invoices as normal. It automatically includes instructions for online payments. In the Parent Portal, parents can click on Pay to view their current balance, invoice, and amount due. They can enter their credit card or checking account information on this screen in order to make a payment. If entering a checking account, Stripe will first make a micro deposit into the parent's account. In order to verify the account, the parent must verify the amount of the micro deposit. Once this is done, parents will be able to pay from their checking account using their Jupiter portal. On Pay Student Billing, you can see online payments just like any other payments. It also shows if any payments were rejected, such as entering the wrong credit card information or if a checking account bounced. For ACH payments, it will appear as pending for several days before you receive the money. Also, it shows if the parent is still setting up ACH for their checking or savings account, which can then take several days. If you need to refund a payment, in part or in full, just click on the payment, then click Refund, and follow the prompts. By default, payments are transferred to your bank account every day, but you can make that weekly or monthly in your Stripe account. On the Pay Payments Received screen, you can review all of the online payments and deposits. On the Setup Billing and Payments screen, right here you can click Stripe Login to access your Stripe account directly. From there, you can change settings like your bank account, but be sure to avoid any settings that might break the integration with Jupiter. Note that all normal payments and refunds should be done through Jupiter. Do not do them within your Stripe account because then your Jupyter records will be inaccurate. Thank you for watching this tutorial. For additional details, see our help guide or reach out to us at support@jupitered.com.